Guys, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Y'all fucking filmed a live set at fucking Cliffs of Moher.
So what you just saw was a small snippet of one of my dream projects. This is a project that I can't believe that I got to work on. Needless to say, I'm extremely stoked about it. But before I get to that, I want to explain who I'm working with and why this is such a big deal to me. Meet Jack, otherwise known as EMBRZ Music. Jack is a music producer from Dublin, Ireland, and he's been writing music since he was a teenager. He has an extremely unique sound in the electronic scene, at least in my opinion. And if I were to describe his music in 3 words, it would be nostalgic, euphoric, and emotional. I first heard Jack's music at a place called Zilker Park here in Austin. It's a beautiful place to go if you love dogs especially. One of my favorite parks ever. But anyways, we were here at this park with a couple friends and Caroline had put on this mix. I just remember like after, I don't know, 20 minutes of just playing soccer, I was like, what mix is this? What is this? Because I've never heard this kind of like euphoric, emotional, nostalgic sound. Like it was just so beautiful. And so I finally went and approached Caroline and she told me that it was EMBRZ and it was his Endless Drives mix. Ever since that day, there's just been this profound connection to EMBRZ. Every time we would come to Austin, we would just put on that Endless Drives and the vibes would be great. It always just kind of put us in that Austin vibe. And then about maybe 6 months later, after finding out about him, we made another weekend trip to Austin. This time I wanted to make a video. I wanted to make like a little short film about our trip because we were going hiking, we were staying in a cool Airbnb, we were going to a show to see 7 Lions.
That flexibility though.
And then after that trip, I of course posted that short film and I used Jack's song in it because it resembled the vibe that I was going for. Eventually, Jack reached out and he was like, hey, would love to hop on a call with you and see if we can hash out some video ideas or something. And at this time I was like, what? I remember he told me this and I like pulled over into a Randall's parking lot and immediately just hopped on the phone because I couldn't wait to chat about what these ideas were. So then we start to work together and we're making some video promos for his new singles that he's releasing. I ended up making a music video, which is more like a visualizer. And then, yeah, just kept doing like small form content for a while.
Get as steady as you can.
And then Jack notifies me that he's gonna be releasing an album soon. And I'm like, oh shit. It's his debut album, his first album ever, and he's releasing it this year. And so that was exciting. We kind of had a few conversations about that. But then Jack sends me a little voice note and he's like, how would you feel about editing this project for me to basically promote my album? And him, of course, as well. And this isn't just any old project. This is a live set at Cliffs of Moher. Is it Moher? I don't know what it is. I've been struggling trying to pronounce this. And this place is gorgeous. I love electronic music. I've always wanted to get into this and I've always enjoyed loving those Circle A sets, those live sets, like people in these exotic places, people on boats, people in the snow doing DJ sets. It's just so cool to me. And just having the visuals and all of that, the drone footage all live, is just, that's why it's a dream project for me, because everything about it just literally gives me goosebumps. To be honest, never would have imagined that I would have been able to work with this guy. I just wanted to use his music because I loved it. It turned from a small project here, a small project there, to this big project. It blows my mind, and it's, quite frankly, probably the most exciting part of my career. Regardless of what type of creative you are or whatever you do, don't ever box yourself in, because the world has a limitless amount of opportunities for you, and it is not up to you to make that decision. Just a little video can capture somebody's attention, and you can create a whole relationship with that person that goes for years on end. You never know what type of projects will come to your table if you just focus on building relationships, putting work out there that you love. Your passion will speak through your work, and people will want to work with you when they feel that passion. You never know what could happen, and social media does have a lot of its downfalls and can be very toxic. But on the flip side, there are a lot of pros to social media. If it wasn't for social media, I would have never got connected with this guy, never would have heard his music on SoundCloud, and we never would have got in touch. Whatever you're passionate about, just go in that direction and create content that feeds you into that direction. And eventually things will start to return for you. You'll start to get your return on investment. You'll start to make connections, and you'll start to be able to work with people that you truly love working with. I can confidently say that now Jack is not just a client, he's a really good friend. That's something I can't really put a price on, being able to build relationships like that.
All right, nice try, Mies. I'm glad you two legends have met and are now friends. See you later, Ashton.
All right, guys.
Jack, I love you, man.
And now that I've got all that out of the way, yes, the video is finally done. The video is up right now, and it is so good. I'm not even just talking about the visuals or the edit or any of that. The mix is so good. Jack is extremely underrated, and I know he's on the rise, and I am so thankful to be a part of this journey. And whenever he comes to America, then we're really gonna get to work. So here's to going for it and not asking for anything in return, so that when we do get something in return, it feels amazing. And on that note, thank you for listening to my story. Do your boy a favor, click on that link in my description and go watch the video. All right, guys, thanks for listening, and I'll catch y'all in next week's video. Peace.